Hello students, today we'll see the second unit in history, that is ancient civilizations. Ancient civilizations. So we know ancient means the early period. What do you mean by civilization? Civilization means it is a life from their origin to an advanced version in an organized manner, that is known as civilization. So civilization is seen as an advanced organized way of life. It instilled a way of life that could be organized as an adaptation to particular environmental and cultural context. When it became necessary for larger number of people to live in close proximity, they brought in planning, organization, and specialization. Settlements were planned and laid out, a polity emerged, society became organized, and food production and craft production were regulated. So now people are moving from their origin to an advanced version of life. So for that they have to adapt some environmental and cultural context. For example, in Chennai there is only less number of places to build an individual house. So for that, to solve that problem, what they are doing, they are building an apartment or flats to solve the problem, right? So there is a need to live in a close manner. So for that, what they are doing, they have to plan, they have to organize all the things to build an apartment or a flat, right? So same thing is followed here. So settlements were planned and laid out, a polity emerged, and society became organized, food production and craft production were regulated. So to adopt a new environment, they have to plan all these things, and also they have to regulate all these things in an organized way. As civilization began to take shape, huge buildings were built. The art of writing developed, and science and technology contributed to the betterment of society. The Egyptian, the Mesopotamian, the Chinese, and the Indus were the most important early civilization. While these civilizations flourished in certain regions, people in other parts of the world lived as hunter-gatherers and pastoralists. The hunter-gatherers and pastoralists maintained their relationship with these civilizations through interactions. Their history is also equally important. During the time of these civilizations, South India witnessed the emergence of Neolithic agro-pastoral communities and microlithic form of life by hunter-gatherers. So when these civilizations are formed, huge buildings were built and their writing is developed, and science and technology. So these two departments, they contributed to the betterment of the current society. The Egyptian, the Mesopotamian, the Chinese, and the Indus. So these four things are the important early civilization. So while these civilizations are flourished or developed in the regions, in the other parts of the world, the hunter-gatherers and pastoralists. What do you mean by hunter-gatherers? வேட்டையாடி அவங்களோட உணவை சேகரிக்கிறவங்க. ஓகே, pastoralist அப்படின்னா ஆடு மாடு மேய்க்கிறவங்க. ஸோ the people who live in the other part of the world are as hunter-gatherers and pastoralists. And these hunter-gatherers and pastoralists, they maintain a relationship to these civilizations through interaction. So their history is also equally important as this civilization. So during the time of this civilization, South India has experienced that the hunter-gatherers, they use the microlithic form of tools for hunting. Indus civilization. The Indus civilization, also known as the Harappan civilization, covers an area of over 1.5 million square kilometers in India and Pakistan. Sutkajan Dor in the west on the Pakistan, Iran border Shattugai in the north, Alamgirpur in the east, and Daimadabad in the south are the boundaries within which the Harappan culture has been found. Its main concentration is in the regions of Gujarat, Pakistan, Rajasthan and Haryana. So now we are going to see about the Indus civilization. It is also known as the Harappan civilization. The total area coverage of Harappan civilization is 1.5 million square kilometers, which is located in India and Pakistan, and its boundaries are given here. It has expanded in the regions of Gujarat, Pakistan, Rajasthan and Haryana. The next heading is planned towns. Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Dholavira, Kalibangan, Lothal, Banawali, Rakhigarhi and Surkotada are the major cities of Indus civilization. Fortification, well-planned streets and lanes and drainages can be observed in the Harappan towns. The Harappans used baked and unbaked bricks and stones for construction. A civic authority perhaps controlled the planning of the towns. A few of the houses had more than one floor. The tank called the Great Bath at Mohenjo-daro was an important structure well paved with several adjacent rooms. Some unearthed structures we have been identified as the granary. So we have already seen that Gujarat, Pakistan, Rajasthan and Haryana are the regions of this Indus civilization. Now we are going to see about the cities of the Indus civilization. They are Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Dholavira, Kalibangan, Lothal, Banawali, Rakhigarhi and Surakotada. So these are the major cities of Indus civilization. So the streets which are located in these cities are well planned streets and they are observed in an organized manner. So the Harappans used baked and unbaked bricks. So baked and unbaked means sutta sengal, sudada sengal. Okay. So baked and unbaked bricks and stones for constructing buildings. So there is an authority which is known as a civic authority. So it has the control of the planning of the towns, and few of the houses had more than one floor. Okay, so the tank which is known as Great Bath is also located in Mohenjo-daro and it is a most important structure of Indus civilization, and also it has several adjacent rooms. Some unearthed structures have been identified as a granary. Granary means it is a storeroom to keep all the grains which grows in large quantity. We do not know about the nature of the state or political organization of the Harappans, but they must have a political organization at the level of an early form of state. A male image from Mohenjo-daro has been identified as priest king, but we do not know about the accuracy of this interpretation. So now we came to know about the construction and their organized manner of Indus civilization, but we do not know about the political or a state organization of Harappans. But they must have had a political organization at the level of an early form of state. So that is a male image from Mohenjo-daro and it has been identified as the priest king. But we do not know about the accuracy of this interpretation. But we do not know whether it is correct or wrong. But it is identified as a male image and it is known as priest king. Agriculture and animal domestication. The Harappans practiced agriculture. They cultivated wheat, barley and various types of millets. They adopted a double cropping system. Pastoralism was also known to them. They reared cattle, sheep and goat. They had knowledge of various animals including elephants but did not use horses. The Harappan cattle are called zebu and it is a large breed often represented in their seals. So now we are going to learn about the agriculture and animal domestication of Harappan peoples. So they practiced agriculture, they know about agriculture, and they cultivated wheat, barley and various types of millets. And they are using double cropping system in agriculture. Pastoralism was also known to them. Pastoralism means we have already learned, right? And they reared cattle, sheep and goats. And they know about the various animals including elephant, but they didn't use horses. So the Harappan cattle are called zebu, and it is a large breed. So it is a type of cattle which is known as zebu, and it is also represented in their seals. The next heading is pottery. The Harappans used painted pottery. Their potteries have a deep red slip and black paintings. The pottery has shapes like Dishon stands, storage jars, perforated jars, globets, S-shaped jars, plates, dishes, bowls and pots. The painted motifs generally noticed on the pottery depict pipal tree leaves, fish scale designs, intersecting circles, zigzag lines, horizontal bands and geometrical motifs and floral and faunal patterns. So now we are going to learn about the pottery which are used by the Harappan people. So they used painted pottery, and the colors they used are deep red slip and black paintings. So the pottery has many shapes, no? So the shapes are like storage jars, perforated jars, S-shaped jars, plates, dishes, bowls and pots. So the painted motifs generally noticed on the pottery. So they draw some pictures on the pottery. They are like depict pipal tree leaves, fish scale designs, intersecting circles, zigzag lines, horizontal bands, geometrical motifs and floral and faunal patterns. That means plants and animal patterns.